Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse 1 here. Today is Sunday, December 3rd, 2017. I'm going to pull this up real quick and I'll show you. Got all that wood stacked up in there. So that ended up being a decent amount. I still have to pick up all the shavings yet. So it is been a pretty clear day, very sunny day today. It hit a high of 50 and it's not 50 anymore. So but it's sun's getting to where it's almost down. It's after 4, so see what time. Oh, it's almost 4. So but I'll tell you what the temperature is here in a second. Hold on a second. Let's see what it says. Well, it's saying that it's 52 in town, so 6 to 8 degrees colder, so it's in the 40s, mid 40s up here. But anyhow, it feels colder. It was not a bad day weather-wise. So here's the fun part today. All motivated, ready to go. I was changed. My game plan was to zip up the other wood. My chain that I had on my chainsaw, it was shot. So I have my backup chain, right? So I'm like, good to go. Switch out the chains, rock and roll, get that all done today. So I'm trying to freaking get this other chain on and it's not going on. And it's a Husqvarna chain, and it's a 20-inch, you know, because I have a 20-inch, bar on my chainsaw. And I'm going, why can't I get this freaking stupid thing on? And I was really, really frustrated. So I had called Greg, and this is probably like 11 o'clock this morning. And he was like, well, I'm in church right now, he said, so I'll come down, you know, after I'm done with church and stuff. So he came down, it was around 1 o'clock, and he's looking at it, and he's like trying to figure it out, and he can't get it on either. And what it ended up being is something was a 1/4 inch and I needed 3/8 inch, and so even though it was a 20-inch chain, it was not the right chain for the chainsaw. So, and I bought that chain many moons ago, so you know, just to have the backup, and I have worn out my other chain. So I'm like, oh crap. So I said, well, I guess I'll go get Heather, and because Eddie's staying an extra night because he's actually getting a tooth pulled tomorrow, and then I will meet my ex on Tuesday, and I'll pick Eddie up on Tuesday. So he's gonna miss 1 day with the tutor because of his tooth, but so he's getting that out, and he needs to get that tooth taken care of. But so that's what I ended up doing. So I ended up not doing anything today, which was kind of disappointing because I've really been on a nice roll with getting things done. Oh, I'll show you what I did do too. While trying to, I don't know if you can see that on my pinky there, while trying to get the chain on and stuff like that, I sliced myself open really nice. So it's a really nice and sharp, you know, blade on that chainsaw, on that new chain. But anyway, so that's that. So what I'm going to end up having to do is I'm going to have to go down to town tomorrow, and I'll grab another chain, and the game plan is to get that done tomorrow. And I'm going to get that squared away. I want that other wood. I'm actually also thinking, I'll take you for a walk here, guys. So that's a game plan. I was disappointed that I wasn't able to get that done today, but it happens. What are you going to do? So I have these couple of trees here, and they've been down for actually like 2 years now. And they're not real big, but it'll be good stuff just to get things going. I have the other tree here that's down, and I had started that, but like I said, the chain was just really messing up bad, and when you're fighting it, that's no fun. So I'm going to finish bucking this up and getting that wood over. And what I'll probably end up doing with this wood, because it's not so huge, I'm not going to split this. I'm going to leave it in chunks, and then like when we go to bed at night, throw a couple of those on, and those will be perfect for overnight. So that's what I'm going to do with those. And what I have also over here I have this wood here that got moved quite a while ago. So I'm thinking I might get in here, like that tree is still sitting up there. And I think that might be poplar, I'm not sure. But there's wood right in through here that I can utilize. And so I may try to salvage some of that and use that and get that squared away and try to clean things up more. There's so much wood down that I really could utilize. Like this wood here, this is beyond, that's all shot. And there's some stuff right up and through there that's shot as well. So they're like, forget it. But there's other wood in through here that is definitely still usable, and I want to try to utilize that, you know, while I still can. So I'll do that as well. But so I wanted to talk about a topic today, and one of the things, you know, and I've talked about a lot, is food. Okay. And I talk about food a lot and having enough food on hand, because if there was some kind of major event and the truck stopped running, the grocery stores would be cleaned out really, really quickly. And then you're going to be in real trouble if there's no food. And so, you know, obviously water always is going to come first, guys, okay? But like I said, where I'm at, water is not an issue. I know in other parts of the country, obviously it is. But I'm thinking in my own demographic area, for me, okay, water is not an issue for me here. So my next priority after water is food. And so I want to talk about the possibility that if the truck stopped running and there's no food, and say it was winter time and you can't get out there and harvest wild edibles or fruits and all those type of things and apples and everything else, what's going to happen then? And the people are starving. They're going to resort to cannibalism, okay? It's happened time and time again. The Donner Party is a great example of that. The soccer team that crashed up in the Andes, that's another great example of what they had to do to survive. You know, they had to eat the dead. And I think that you would see that happening if there was an event and, you know, people were trying to survive. I mean, people are going to eat people. If they don't have food and there's people around, they're going to eat people. So that's kind of a frightening thing to think about, but it's a reality, you know, and so that's why, like I said, I've told you guys a lot of times, we've talked about this a lot, about making sure you have a large amount of food ready to go in case an event happens. It's going to give you that kind of an advantage that, you know, that somebody that doesn't have something to eat. I mean, if you go 3-4 days without eating, you're going to get a little crazy, okay? You're not going to be thinking rationally. You're not going to be thinking clearly, because the overwhelming, overall drive of your entire body is going to be, get me something to eat. And so you're going to have issues big time with that, okay? So if you have food and, you know, you've been eating, you are definitely at a clear advantage over somebody that has not been, because they're not thinking rationally. You still are, because you've been eating. So you know, people are going to make critical mistakes because of hunger, because of thirst, you know, and those type of things. But hunger is going to be a real big thing, I believe. And I think you're going to see cannibalism happening. I definitely want to get your feedback on that topic and hear what you have to say. But cannibalism in a post-event, and I'm talking, of course, worst-case scenario type of event, of course. Not just a localized disaster, but I'm talking worst case, S.H.T.F hits the fan for everybody. Nothing's ever going to be the same again, okay? What are your thoughts as far as the possibility that people will eat people? I think it's an inevitability. I definitely see it happening because a lot of people don't have the skills. They could walk into the forest and stuff like that and not realize that there's so many wild edibles that they could be eating that will help them to survive. They'll have no idea, okay? They don't know how to hunt. They don't know how to trap. So there's no way that they could get meat. And like I said, it's like, you know, I think that the woods would be, outside of the cities, would be cleaned out pretty quickly. You're not going to have a lot of wild game anyway, because, you know, every Tom, Dick, and Harry is going to be out there in the woods banging away trying to get something to eat. So, you know, there's going to be definite issues in that aspect. So, like I said, I want your feedback on that topic, and I definitely want to hear what you have to say and what you think. And, you know, so, but, yeah, today was kind of a disappointing day with issues with the chainsaw because I definitely wanted to keep rolling. I've been on a nice roll lately getting stuff done. The weather's been really, really cooperative. You know, it's been cool, but it's not been, you know, cold, and it hasn't been, you know, where it's too hot and you don't have to deal with the bugs and everything else. So it's been really decent in that aspect. But, you know, these things happen. Maybe I psychologically needed a rest today. Who knows? I don't know. But I was planning on getting out here and getting to it. So I guess I'll have to wait till tomorrow now. But so that's what's happening, guys. Nothing super exciting. A good day here, though. Every day being here is just, it's a blessing. And love being here. And there's so much that I want to do. And there's so much I'm going to do. And we'll get there. All right. Well, I will talk to you later. I hope everybody's had a really nice weekend. Remember, hug and kiss the ones you love. Tell them every single day. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen. And remember, guys, STD. It's one step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. You know, whatever you're trying to accomplish, whatever you want to do, you can do it if you work towards it. And just doing little things, little steps will get you there. Okay? I will talk to you all tomorrow. Prepper Nurse 1, out for now.